Ladies and gentlemen, do you want to drop 20 bombs more consistently in Warzone? Well, this is the video for you. So I'm not really going to be talking about the strat that everybody knows, right? Just grab a helicopter, grab bounties, and push with UAVs, because I think everybody knows that. We're going to be going into a little bit more tips and tricks, and one of them is something that I use for my KD as well, which is how to increase your KD, and that is always pay attention to your KD, and that's something that has to do with the 20 bomb as well. So to understand the general idea, you need to know when it is possible for a game for you to have 20 bomb gameplay, all right? And that is that throughout the course of the game, right, before you get into that final circle moment, I would say that you need to have between 12 to 15 kills. If you have 12 to 15 kills before that final circle, right, where there's like 20, 30 people all grouped up together, you're in a pretty good spot, all right? And sometimes I feel people want to rush this, right? Like they just want to get all the kills as fast as possible at the beginning. They want to hot drop and get 7 kills. Obviously that does help, right? And that's going to allow you to get maybe 30 bombs. But to be honest, if you push with your team and you're passive aggressive, right, like you're always pushing throughout the whole game, you really don't need to be that aggressive at the start and try to get as many kills as you can, right? Also, something that I feel people don't understand is that obviously one of the most important things to consistently getting 20 bombs is pushing with your team. That is one of the most important things. Why? Because if you push with your team, you're more than likely to receive help from them, right? Shooting at enemy, either targeting people that you may not have seen, or if you get down in the process, you can get rest. Now, obviously you can say if you go solo versus squads, you're going to get all the kills for yourself. That is true. But again, we're talking about here somebody that's not in that 10 KD. So talking about that, you also have to realize that not every game, even if you push with your team and you win and you're beating everybody up, not every game you're going to get every kill. You know, sometimes there's going to be just that one person in your squad that gets that last shot on that enemy, or every single enemy that he sees, your friend sees him first. So you got to understand that some games, even though you played good, so one of your friends is just gonna have more kills than you. It's more natural, right? It's gonna happen. But again, if you're bound to play as a team and you all push together and you're getting bounties and pushing UAVs together as a team, then, well, you're more than likely to get those 20 bombs. Now, if you want to go to a little bit more of the advanced stuff, right, but without going solo quads, then I would recommend you to kind of separate. The best gameplay that I've seen for me to drop 20 bombs consistently, something that I do that you can turn into playing with a team but having less people, is I actually like to play duos trios. Duos trios, in my opinion, is the best game mode I can have, where if let's say I want to drop a big bomb, obviously, right? So duos trios is amazing because if you got a good teammate, honestly, 2v3 people is not really that difficult, right? It's not one of the hardest things in the world, especially when you got good communication with your partner. And that being said, you're always 2v3 people. That means that there's always this one extra enemy that you and your partner can kill, right? So when I always do this, I always do end up getting pretty good amount of kills, and my partner, if we get a good game, he also gets a good amount of kills. So duos trios, I believe, is one of the best game modes to play if you want to get the big bomb gameplays. Now again, another thing that I want to talk about, which is not just hot dropping and that's where you get all your kills, I believe the best place that you can get all your kills, like sometimes I mean unreal, where you can get most of your kills is at the end, in the ending circle. If you can position yourself in that good spot, like that nice high ground position, it is just going to be vital for you to getting all those extra kills. Now, talking about places that at the end that will have a lot of people, that's something that a lot of people still don't understand on how to push. When you pop a UAV, I feel a lot of people just go towards the first person that they find, right? They find somebody on the UAV and they go push them. Something that you want to do and that you always want to make sure is you always want to push the place that has the most people. And I know it sounds kind of obvious, but to be honest, it's still not that obvious. Like when I put UAVs up, my teammates just ping the first person they see, right? Even if let's say there's one and you see another team that has 3 people, always go to the team that has more players. And again, it seems so simple, but it's just things like that a lot of people don't realize. And another thing that you have to realize is also, like when you open your mini map, let's say when you get an advanced UAV from the door, right, or you get a UAV and you see a lot of pings, what you want to do is you want to open your mini map and then see where are the next possible locations. So in this situation right here, I open my mini map right here after killing the people in factory, and I build my ping, right, my mini map up, and I can see now this is where you formulate a plan onto where are you going to get more kills. You do this kind of like pinball motion, right? So you see there's people here, we see there's people here, and then I know train station is at the end of the zone, and train station is usually a hot drop. So you're going to see us go from here to these people right here, and immediately, because our UAV is probably going to be down, we know there's going to be people here. So we do a multiple push, and from here immediately we cross over to train station, and you'll see that that's what I do in this situation, and that managed me to get a lot of kills. Like from 18 kills after I finished train station, I was at like over 25, maybe 26, and that was all because, again, you have to realize and you have to know not just where the most people are at, but you have to realize that, right, after I kill this team, where am I going to go next from here? And that is something very, very important that you can do, because let's say there's less people in that location, but if that location is going to get you to more teams consistently, that is going to be one of the best things that you can do. And I mean, at the end of the day, there is no hiding it. To get consistent 20 bombs in your gameplay, well, you definitely have to be pretty aggressive, right? They're not just going to fall out of the sky. So you definitely have to be in this up-tempo motion, and obviously time is definitely of the essence, because sometimes one of the things I do want to mention is sometimes you just get a bad lobby and people die really fast. So with that, you know, you're not going to get a 20 bomb, and that's all good. Not everybody has those bot lobbies that every YouTuber seems to have, that they have 110 people and they never die and they get to kill everybody. That really doesn't happen that often in normal lobbies, right? So you just have to understand that most of the times, I mean, lobbies are going to die fairly quickly, right? And in that day, it just, you know, you getting those kills is not going to happen. But again, going back to my point, it is very important that you know that you definitely do have to play aggressive, and that's when you're playing with a team, it's a little bit better, right? And again, like I was talking about before, duos versus trios is definitely one of the better ways to do it. But again, you always have to have this up-tempo motion, and even simple things like when you kill enemies, just loot them fast, like, you know, just run over their bodies. I see so many people that after we kill a team, like my teammates are staring at their guns, taking a look at their watch, like looking at every possible ammo they have, like trying to go here. They're like, you got to go quick. You got to get everything you got. You got to see how much money you have, and then you have to see the UAV. That's the most important things. When you kill a team, check how much money you have so you can get a UAV and push the next possible team, and make sure you loot so you have ammo and you have armor. Those are the things that you need to do. You do not need to be looting other buildings. You do not need to be opening some little chests here and there. That is not it, because again, time is definitely of the essence in most of the times here. So very, very important that, I mean, that is just the way it has to be. If you want to drop 20 bumps, you definitely have to be aggressive. But ladies and gentlemen, that was most of my tips that I have for you guys. But again, the most important one is just be patient, right? If you play together as a team, play duos versus trios with somebody that you're really confident with in playing, trust me that you will drop 20 bombs. And again, it just has to happen. Sometimes the lobbies ain't it, all right? And when you do detect the bot lobby, well, you just gotta full send it and hope that you win every single gunfight. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. If you did enjoy, smash that like button. Peace out, everybody, and I'll see you all on the next one.